Hey y'all, so let's get into these Neapolitan nails. I call them Neapolitan because while I was at work, a lady said that that's what they were. So I was like, yeah, I like that. I'm gonna stick with it rather than calling it rainbow because it really is rainbow. But, anyways, let's just get into these nails. So, in order for me to begin, I have to take off the previous nails that I had on. As y'all can see, I have like 3 nails or 4 nails on max. So, I'm just going to be removing those first. So first things first, I'm going to start off with drilling down as much as I can. I'm going to drill down the nail color, and I'm going to drill down the A-press nail, and I'm going to drill down the builder gel that's in between my natural nail and the A-press nail. Everything must go. This is just going to help with the removal process. I want to spend less time as possible with my hands in the acetone, so I need to drill down as much as possible in order for that to happen. And I'm going to be using a very fine, very rough drill bit. This particular drill bit is called a safety bit. And it's called a safety bit because it's rounded on the ends, but it's very sharp everywhere else. And it's rounded on the ends to protect your natural nails from getting hurt, like your cuticle and your skin, so you're not getting any scratches or bleeding from using this particular bit. And personally, I like using this on a really high speed. That way I can get as much product off of my nails as possible in a timely manner. However, I am a little bit rougher with my hands, and I am really familiar with the nail drill. If you're not familiar with the nail drill, I'd rather you just use it on a lower speed if you're going to be using this particular drill bit. With using this drill bit, regardless of any speed you use it on, you will get off that product. Because the drill bit is so sharp and the teeth are so strong, you will drill down a lot of it. Like, everything will go off really quickly, as you're going to be able to see. I will say, be careful y'all, because messing with the nail drill and the drill bits, you will mess around and cut yourself. I cannot count how many times I have cut myself with working with the nail drill and drill bits, and it's just because I be going too fast. Your girl needs to slow down. But yeah, just be careful. Also, I want to say, let's get into the new nail drill. This nail drill is new, and I think it cost me like $30 or something like that. But I like her. She pink, and she get me through my nail journey. And not only that, it's very easy to use, and I like it way better than my Melody Susie one. I was going to get a Melody Susie just like this one, but it was $50, $60, and I was like, yeah, no. Your girl boiling on the budgets, period. But yeah, my Melody Susie one would get a little hot on me sometimes, and that one I had to plug in. This one is completely battery operated, so it's easy to like travel, with if you're going to be doing your nails on the go. And also, it has a really long battery life. I have yet to recharge it, y'all, and it's been like, I've done like 3 or 4 sets with this same nail drill. But yes, I will link her down below because she is definitely giving what needs to be gave, as you can see with all this nail dust. I got off majority of the nail color, and now I'm just working on getting off the full cover nail tip. Like I said earlier, I want to get to the gel extension, like the gooey part that is layered between my natural nail and the full cover nail tip. So that is what I am working on, because once I get to that part, then it's going to be a lot easier to soak it and peel it off. So now I have drilled down to the gel part, the builder gel, and now I'm just going to apply cuticle oil straight to my cuticles. This is just going to protect my cuticles from the acetone when I put my fingers in there, because my cuticles are already really dry, and your girl don't need to have no more crackling cuticles, okay? This is my first time using this particular soak off method to soak off the gel. However, I do like this method better. I normally use a little bit of foil and cotton with acetone to soak off my nails, but I think this way is much more effective. And not only that, I can keep my hand in there for however long. Sometimes I used to mess with the cotton and the foil, and it used to be a mess. So I like this a lot better. And to be honest, I think this little soak off cups were like $5 on Amazon or something like that. I mean, it makes sense. It is plastic, but I thought that was good. So the longer I kept my nails inside, the more it would get a lot gooier and it would be able to like peel off. Now don't be like me, y'all, and just be anxious and peel off the whole nail. You are going to ruin your nail and your nails are going to be so weak and flimsy. That's where I'm at right now, so we are not going to do that no more. It's just a matter of waiting patiently to get all of the gooey off, because it needs to be completely off before I can start a new set. I've noticed that if I kept a little bit on there, that my nails would lift a lot quicker, and I'm pretty sure it's because there's like residue on there. So yeah, it has to all come off. Now I'm just buffing the natural nail on a really low speed. And let me just say this. I know that prepping the nail is definitely subjective. Everyone likes to prep their nails differently. I personally like to do a lot of extra things, okay? I'm naturally extra. It's just who I am. So when I'm prepping my nails, I'm going to be extra because I want it to stay, you know? So yes, I'm going to be getting off the shine off my natural nails by drilling it down on a very low speed as well as buffing it down. I just think this combination makes my nails, my natural nail, really smooth, and I like how it looks after. Now this right here, this is the good stuff, okay? This is cuticle remover, and honestly, from using this particular cuticle remover, I've noticed that I get a lot more of my cuticle with this. And honestly, I had to do my research before I even figured out what cuticle really was, like what I was removing. And once I figured out that it's the white part, I purchased this one, and ever since then, you know, my nails have been on. They've been on. And honestly, when I do a set, it only lasts me 2-3 days back in the day. But now, I be getting 2 weeks out of it. I'm like, yes, forget the salon. But of all seriousness, I would say that the major thing that has helped with my nail prep routine before I put on my nails is this cuticle remover, okay? I've noticed that if I don't put as much, or if I don't pay attention to the cuticle as much, that my nails will lift a little bit. But before this, they was popping all the way off. So yeah. So I'm going to explain cuticles for a little bit because I think it's vital to making your nails last very long. And this particular advice helped me out so much. I finally understood what I was looking for when I was prepping my cuticles. So for starters, the cuticle is the white part above your eponychium. The eponychium is going to be the part where you would think would be your cuticle, but it's honestly just skin that overlaps your nail because your nail goes further down into your finger. The eponychium has nothing to do with your cuticle because the cuticle is on your actual nail bed. It is going to be the white part that is before your eponychium. And also, it's going to be that dead skin that collects around the cuticle that you want to focus on. And if you don't even see dead skin, it's best to assume that there is going to be some type of oils or dust or anything like that. So you still want to remove the cuticle as much as possible, because I've noticed even if I don't see dead skin, once I put the cuticle remover, I start to see the white, and that is going to be the oils and all the buildup that just naturally happens around the eponychium and the cuticle bed. The reason why you want to remove all of the dead skin that is on your actual nail bed on your cuticle is because you want your nails to adhere to something that is completely clean and completely stripped of any oils, any dead skin, and anything that has collected around the nail bed. So y'all, very much so pay attention to your cuticles, because cuticle care is going to be the most important thing when your nails are going to last, okay? So now that I have explained that to y'all, I am just going to be applying this 2 times on my nails. I don't apply it just the one because I tend to not get off everything. So I like to go back in with it one more time with less product just to be very thorough. Also, I want to mention that you want the tool that you're using to push down the cuticle to be sharp enough. There has been times when it is very dull and it takes me way more cuticle remover to add to the nail. So just make sure that whatever you're using, your cuticle pushbacker, or if you're using the scraping side, that it's sharp enough to get really down into that nail bed. Now my nails are giving very much squeaky clean princess, as they should. So now I'm just going to wash off my hands to get rid of all that excess cuticle oil, and then I'm going to buff it out again. I'm personally buffing because my nails touch the water, so now my nails bed is a little bit more moist. I want it to be on the drier side, so when I apply my nail prep and my nail primer, that it sticks and grips really nicely and there's no moistness on my nail. And now I'm just removing anything else that I see, like hangnails or any dead skin that's on the side, or any of my cuticle that likes to hang off on the side, because like I said earlier, my cuticles are really dry. So now I'm just taking a really small, really tiny drill bit that can go past my epinicium, and I could get behind the epinicium, because I've realized that when I don't do that step, that there sometimes tends to be some dead skin that collects underneath the epinicium. This is the Model 1's nail prep and primer that I use. Honestly, all nail prep and primers are the same in my personal opinion. I don't see any difference when I use anything different. So I have sized the nails to my natural nail. I like to do the sizing a little bit bigger than my natural nail. That's just me. I've noticed that when I do the nail a little bit bigger, that I have an easier way of putting the product on there, and the nail does not have any product leaking or overflowing. This is a pink builder gel that I'm just going to apply directly to my natural nail first. It's kind of like having a protective shield before I use the harder builder gel on my nails, because I don't want this part to come off completely. I want my nails to be protected a little bit better. I do want to say though, if you can get a builder gel that is going to be a little bit harder, that's inside of a builder bottle, that would be better. I just personally don't have any more, so I'm not using that for this. However, that would be more effective because this gel is still considered a soft gel. It is going to come off a little bit, but for it to not come off completely when you're removing your nails, it would be better to do a harder builder gel. Also, I want to make it very clear, do only apply a very thin layer of this. You don't want it to be too thick, because then you're going to be building the nail. Because it is a harder gel polish, it is going to collect up, and it does come off very thick out of the bottle. So you want to make sure that you're doing a thin layer of this, because doing too much can also lead to lifting of the nail. I do cure this in the lamp for 60 seconds, and that's the time that is needed to make sure that it is completely cured before I go into doing any of the next steps. So now that that gel polish is nice and cured, I'm just going to be going back in with my prep routine, just the prep and primer. This is a completely different base, so now it's important to have on another prepping and priming on the nails, not so much drilling the cuticle and doing anything like that. I'm just going to create a tacky layer so the adhesive and the full cover nail tip can go on smoothly. Now, if I just apply the A-Press gel and the full cover nail tip directly to my nail without putting on prepping and priming, it will lift because the tacky layer from the UV lamp is honestly, in my opinion, not enough strength. It's not enough strength. When applying the gel and the full cover nail tip, I like to make sure that I'm applying it like I'm applying a screen protector on my phone. So it's very, very light pressure. It's honestly, personally, it's no pressure at all for me. Because I am so heavy-handed, I'd like to apply the least amount of pressure when putting this nail tip against my natural nail, because if I apply too much pressure, it's going to be very, very flat, and I'm not going to be able to build an apex. And if I'm not applying enough pressure, then it's going to be too big and too lumpy. When sizing the full cover nail tip, just make sure that the nail is from sidewall to sidewall. Now I'm just taking a small drill bit and drilling next to my cuticle. This just helps blend the full cover nail tip into my natural nail. I like to do this all the way into the eponychium. That way it just blends smoothly. So this is the nails all applied. As you can see, they are nicely shaped and they are blended into my natural nail perfectly. So now I'm just going to move on to design. For the nail design, I decided to go with a little bit of everything, so Neapolitan. So each nail color is going to be different, and I'm going to have a flower on each other nail as well. I'm using this really cool tool. It's like a nail stamper, and it helps me make my Frenchies because I'm not the best at drawing straight lines. I need to practice on that, but this does help with making a really nice, really crisp Frenchie. After I create a Frenchie on each nail, I like to flash cure it as soon as possible. This way, everything that I apply stays on and it doesn't wipe away. Oh, also, I forgot to mention that the nail that I have on, that builder gel that I used on my natural nail, is the same builder gel that I used all over the press nail. I just wanted something natural for like a peachy color, and I think it turned out really cute. The whole point of using this stamper tool to make a Frenchie is by putting it in at an angle. If you have longer nails, it might be a little bit harder for you to get it all the way in there. You might end up just ripping the stamping tool, but that's okay. These stamping tools are very cheap on Amazon, so it's okay to have to use another one and use another one, use another one. As you're going to see throughout this video, that's what I was doing because my nails were so long and so sharp. But safe to say that it turned out really nice. By the way, this nail flashy lamp that I got is from the Beetleless Gel X system kit. This nail flashy is honestly so useful. I just plug it into a battery pack and it just stays on while I'm doing my nails, and it turns off when I take my hands out. I just think it's so effective. I know that the one that I have from Cure Sky, I have to click the button in order for me to flash cure my nails, which honestly, with doing the Gel X system, it's not in the best interest to have to use your hands a lot. It's just better if you can go in on the side or go underneath the lamp and in order to get the nail flash cured. So I think this one is honestly the best one that I've used. Or just getting a goose neck lamp, but like I said, I like things to be portable, and this is portable and useful. So now I'm going to add a little bit of razzle dazzle to my nails. I'm going to be doing a floral flower theme. The flowers are pop out decals, and I'm just going to put a color on each different nail. They're all going to be the opposite color of the actual nail, if that makes sense. I am using a bedazzling tool as well, and this tool has been so helpful into making sure that I'm placing my diamonds and the things that I want to put on my nails very precise. I'm going to be using the Macart rhinestone gel. Now this particular rhinestone gel has amazing hold. Your rhinestones, your studs, or anything you're putting on your nails will not come off. With this particular rhinestone gel, I like to put a layer of it over my rhinestones even after I cure it. This just helps with it not fading when you're washing your hands and doing things. It just makes sure that it stays on and it looks shiny and nice throughout the whole time you have your nails on. And also, it does take a little bit more of a time to take them off. But hey, as long as it's on while you're using your hands is what's most important, okay? Also, I want to mention, flash cure everything when you put it down. Don't let anything sit for a while because this rhinestone gel is self-leveling, so there will be some moving if it's not being flash cured immediately. Let's give a round of applause for the finished nails. Yes, super cute, super cute. Anyways, that is all for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give it a like, comment, subscribe to your girl, and I will catch y'all in my next one. Bye!